Hi, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for September 5th through September 11th. And we have a new moon in Virgo on Monday, September 6th, Tuesday, September 7th, depending where you are in the world. I have cards for every astrological sign, and I have my crystal of the week and my goddess of the week. So let's get started. Well, we are upon intense times. The sun is in Virgo, so we're getting down to business. We're taking care of the things that need to be taken care of, hopefully. Um, Improving our daily routine and our health and our nutrition, maybe getting back on track. And that's what all that Virgo energy is, getting grounded, staying grounded, being grounded. Also, taking care of our jobs at hand, taking care of the tasks. She's like in her sleep and like barking. Um, so anyway, I recorded a video and I published it, giving a little information about this new moon in Virgo. Also, Mercury will be moving into its shadow at the same time that we are coming into the new moon wishes, deciding, what's got to go, what new things we would need to bring in. I also, in this video, show you how you can pull up your own chart on astro.com and look for where Virgo is in your own chart and maybe give a little flavor as to what it might mean for you. So go check that out. It is New Moon in Virgo, Astrology 101, How to Read Your Chart, on my YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram, which links to my link tree. So I won't be talking too much about that here. There are so many aspects going on. We have a grand trine in air, which is all about communication in our mind and our thinking. And there's also a yod going on, which is the finger of God. We have Thor's hammer. Wait till you see the chart in that video. It is chock full of intense energy, which leads me to the perfect cards that I picked for this week. I picked them at random. And when I first saw turquoise, this is the crystal I have for the week. I was thinking about turquoise a little bit earlier today. Actually, I was thinking about when I was a baby, how our sink and kitchen appliances were turquoise, because I saw some post and it said, when is your like at what age is your earliest memory? And my grandparents said that there's no way that I could have remembered those appliances or the color of the sink. I actually remember being bathed in the kitchen sink, and my grandmother said we had the entire kitchen redone before you were a year old, so there's no way you can remember it. And I do. And it was turquoise green. It's a rare stone. It is expensive. I do have some, but I have it out on my kitchen deck, in an altar with my fox totem, and it's pouring rain out. So this is what you're getting, because I'm not going out there and getting soaking wet. Um, but let me tell you about this. I will post this on Facebook and Instagram during the week. But the essential meaning here, it's about storytelling. And this is so perfect for this, what is going on in the world all around us with our friends and our family and our acquaintances. It's reframing everything and coming up with a different way of perceiving things. And I think there's a great opportunity for all of us to be curious about how everybody is thinking, instead of just shutting things down when a different opinion or another opinion comes up. It's really good for our friendships and our relationships, which is what is going to be highlighted with this Mercury retrograde coming up. But it's so good if we can actually sit down and have conversations with each other to figure out where another person is coming from, not as a means to agree, but as a means to say, hey, I'm listening to you, I'm acknowledging you, and I accept your different perception. But this says each of us can experience the same event differently because all of us are coming from a different vantage point. But see, a lot of people don't see things that way. Everybody thinks that everybody needs to think exactly the way they think or be the way that they are. And that's why we get hurt in our relationships when people aren't the same way as us or they think differently as us. So we are all different. No, no, wait, no, to that as you change, so will your perception. So, like, as you grow as a person, you probably also have shifted your perception. And the messages that you see out there in the world will also shift as your perception shifts. Turquoise Spirit has for you in it that you can change your story of what happened in the past or any time in your life when you change your focus on where you're coming from. And that, I'll leave that at that because I love that, you know, so often we tell the same stories over and over again, and it's usually, from a painful time in our lives, but we can also choose to put the focus on a different part of that story, and then it shifts the entire energy of that. So, more to come on that on Facebook and Instagram. And then my goddess of the week. When I pulled her, I did contemplate for a second and thought, okay, well, how is she going to fit into the energy that's going on this week? And then when I opened the guidebook, I actually opened it right to that page. So I took that as a sign that she is the correct goddess of the week. And she is Goddess Nike, just like the sports brand. And it is about ambition. And the brand did get their name from this goddess for the specific purpose of the energy that she's bringing. So, yes, it is ambition, but she also talks about the perpetually hungry cat. She also talks about, hey, excuse me, that is not your dinner. That's not your dinner. Back up. My beagle's trying to eat my schnoodle's dinner. That isn't your dinner. You ate your dinner. I'm sorry, but this is real life. I'm in my storytelling seat. Anyway, this says the Greek goddess Nike asks you to be present to the beauty and richness discovered in your life so far. So to me, that automatically talks about gratitude when we're present to what we already have, what we've already gained throughout our lives. That comes from a sense of gratitude. You have come this far in life, this distance. So, what are your wins? This is also about where are we placing our focus. So, think about it. This new moon in Virgo, Virgo is ruled by Mercury and I believe also Chiron. So, Mercury is about our thinking, it is about our mind, it's about our mindset. Um, and then Chiron is our wounds. So it's interesting that this turquoise and this Nike come to talk about our perception of our lives and the stories that we tell and where are we placing our focus. So I think that's a good segue into, of course, now the neighbors are setting fireworks off in the pouring rain and it's got the dogs riled up. But it's a good segue into this new moon in Virgo. Virgo being the body, the embodiment, our groundedness. But with it being Mercury ruling that, it is our thoughts and our perception and our thinking patterns and our communication. Conversely, think about Mercury in Libra, which is about relationships and partnerships and balance and harmony and fairness, which if you check out my Astrology 101 video, I do have a slide in there that breaks all that down, gives you the information for the signs and the houses and the planets. But they're doing this in concert with each other. And I think it's bringing us awareness, not only to ourselves, but also to our relationships, to everything. And the assignment that I put in that video said, starting on September 6th, keep a little journal. It doesn't have to be a 5-page blog every day. Just pay really special attention to the way you feel, your emotions of that day. It would be really good to, jot these things down. It could be just a couple bullet points. You want to keep this journal from September 6th to September 27th. That period, the things that are happening during that period are going to be your lesson during the Mercury retrograde. So you're going to pay attention to conversations that you have with people, your relationships, the way they make you feel, the way you feel at the end of the day. Maybe you can put down the energy that you felt or the lack thereof. Just be very aware and mindful of everything that's happening during the next 2 weeks, because that's what's going to be covered for you personally during the Mercury retrograde. So we're going over, it's like we're getting clues, we're getting a preview over the next 2 weeks. Then we go into the retrograde period where you're kind of living out those things, but you're taking the time to reevaluate what happened the previous 2 weeks. Then guess what? When Mercury goes direct, you have to go back over that whole territory again. So this is from September 6th through the first week. I thought it was November 3rd, but I thought I heard somebody say November 7th. I'm going to stick with November 3rd. September 6th through November 3rd, we're in a reevaluation period. We're using the energy of this new moon in Virgo to set us off in a new direction, a new way of thinking, a new way of treating ourselves, the body, a new way of treating our relationships. Can you hear that? I don't know if it's gunshots or fireworks, but it is pouring rain. It is Labor Day weekend, so welcome to my world. All right, I'm going to pull, it's definitely fireworks because I heard the but what a waste in the pouring rain. Anyway, people are crazy. I'm using the animal totem deck. I kept thinking about this deck all day, and I'm pulling cards for every zodiac sign. So you want to pay attention to what your sun sign, your rising sign or ascendant is, and your moon sign, or if you have a stellium or a cluster of planets in a particular sign, that will also be a little added bonus. And if you don't know what that is, you can go and look at my other video and I show you how to pull up your chart. So I'm just going to pull from the top, starting with Aries. Aries, suns, risings, and moons. It is horse spirit. I love that. I love all of these. Horse spirit talks about freedom to me. It says freedom is yours. And I love that. So Aries, definitely breaking away, breaking free from anything that has been holding you back, would be happening for this new moon period. Taurus, flamingo spirit. Taurus. That's so cute. And this says embrace the in-between. So when I think of embrace the in between, it's like, you've got one foot in this world, one foot in another. It could be, you've got one foot in the fifth dimension, one in the third, one in the real world, one in the other side, the other world, whatever that is. And it could also be you're embarking on a new destination, something new, and maybe you've made that first step, but you're still holding on to the past. That's what I think that is. Gemini, seahorse spirit, saw the cutest picture today of a mother seahorse transferring all of her eggs to the dad because he carries all the fertilized eggs for the mom so that she can go off and have a good time. And then he gives birth to them. And this says watch and wait. So Geminis, I think this is kind of perfect, especially because Virgo is a sister sign of yours. So is Libra. There's a lot of activity going on. This is really not a time for action for any of us. This is a watch and wait situation. Patience is needed during this time. Cancers, little crabbies. Oh, it's the bee spirit. This is about the sweetness of life. And this says sweet rewards await. So if you have been working your little butts off, your little buzzers off, Cancers, this is perfect time because you will be coming into a reward period for you. I love that. And it says just hang in there a little bit longer because it is going to happen. Rewards will be paying off. Leo, little lions, it is skunk spirit. And this is about knowing your self-worth. And, if you've been feeling down about yourself, this Virgo period is perfect for you to get back into alignment with yourself and to realize what your own true self-worth is. Don't feel down about yourself. If people are offended by you, the skunk, that's their problem because actually I love the smell of skunk. Little Virgos, little virgins, how are you? Happy birthday, Virgos. This is your new moon. And I love this. This is antelope spirit, and it talks about things are speeding up for you. So this is perfect. This new moon is setting off a fantastic year ahead for the Virgos. I think that this is super special. And this really talks about getting into your heart space and hitting the ground running. And I think things will definitely start to take off for the Virgo suns, risings, and moons very, very soon. Even though we are coming into the retrograde period, things are going to start to speed up for you. Libra. Did I? Yes, Libra. Sorry, I had to had to think a second. Libra, it is ant spirit, and it's teamwork makes the dream work. Is that what that says? Oh, it says time to collaborate. But whenever I think of ant spirit, I always think of teamwork makes the dream work because think of how ants work in unison with each other. And Libra, you are all about the relationships and the partnerships. And you're going to be taking a very, very deep look over the next 2 months at all of your relationships, not only with people, but do everything in your life. There's going to be a big overhaul, but you will be realizing that you need help. You need to collaborate with other people. Scorpios, the little scorpions. It's lion spirit. And I love this. This is pride and strength. Yeah, look, the shadows in here. Like, and it, lion spirit, it says, be generous of spirit, but it does talk about pride. It talks about strength. It talks about stepping into a leadership role and being yourself and shining like the sun through that. Sagittarius, oh, wasp spirit. I wish the light was different in here. I'm always having a lighting issue. Anyway, wasp spirit, it says sometimes life stings. So, this could be a little bit of a difficult period for the Sagittarius suns, risings, and moons. Um, and I just feel as though that it could be, there are transitions happening. And, when change occurs, it could hurt a little bit. Somebody that you have relied and counted on could be really letting you down. And that's what's coming in for me on that. Capricorns, you have wolf spirit, and this is not a lone wolf spirit. Wolves are in a pack. They have that pack mentality. So similar a little bit to the ant spirit in a little bit of a different way. You need to find your pack. You need to get with like-minded people, is what I'm hearing. This says turn knowledge into wisdom. Um, be very, very discerning with who you bring into your pack. But this is saying, you cannot go it alone. You do need to also collaborate with other people. Aquarius, this is electric eel spirit, and that is perfect for the Aquarius, with Uranus being your ruler. This says bring your ideas to life. And so what's interesting with this new moon, Jesus, frig, that scared me. Did you hear that? I saw the flash outside too. Motherfuckers. Anyway, sorry. Uranus is, I think, trining Taurus. Uranus is trining this new moon and the sun at 14 degrees on September 6th. So there's going to be some surprises, some changes. I feel that electricity, and my gosh, I don't know if you saw the flash like in the camera. I'll have to go back and look, but I think you might have heard the boom. That's what this energy is, Aquarius, okay? It's that Uranus energy, Uranus trining the new moon and the sun. Some big boom. And I think that could be for the collective, like the world at large, not just for the Aquarians. And last but not least, Pisces. Oh my gosh, Pisces. It's peacock spirit, and it says, let your freak flag shine. Let it shine. This is about, being yourself, you know, being prideful, allowing yourself to shine directly from your heart. And I love the peacock spirit because it's like, be proud, baby. Get out there, strut your stuff, Pisces. Take no prisoners, take no crap off of anybody. I love it. All right. With that being said, um, here goes another one. And I just saw the flash. So anyway, that was exciting. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it with your friends, comment me. Go check out that other video. I'm going to embed it in here so that you have a direct link. Subscribe to my channel. Give me some thumbs up and let me know what you thought. Happy new moon, and prepare for the Mercury retrograde. Until next time. Love you all. Thank you.